Hello, everybody. This is Heidi Stone coming to you from Epiphanies by Moonlight. Congratulations if you picked card or deck number 4. Before we really get into it, this was the stone that was on top of it, on top of the deck that I had kind of laying out. And I gotta be honest with you, I have no idea what kind of a stone this is. I had a friend who goes rock hounding get it for me from the desert. And he tumbled it himself, and I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. It does remind me a little bit of malachite when it's in its more raw form. This is malachite, but malachite looks a lot different when it's kind of in its more raw form before it's been polished. So I always kind of wondered if that's what this was. If anyone out there knows, let me know. Either, in any case, I'm going to go with the message of what malachite is good for. Malachite is a really protective stone. It's great for families. It's very protective over children. It is a stone that is great for kind of opening up the heart chakra. It can really kind of soak up negative energy. It's a great stone. If you're needing energy like that in your life right now, please take heart that I am sending all that good juju to you right now. All right, you guys, let's get into it. Fascinating reading. There is one card here I've got to cover up with a stone because there's a little bit of nudity, but we'll keep that all covered up for you guys. Really fascinating reading, and it's a fascinating reading because, you know, when you do general readings and you're reading energy for the collective, there's a lot of overlapping energies, and I'm seeing quite a bit of overlapping energies. Right now, the situation I'm seeing is the Sun card. The Sun card is a really amazing card. It's kind of this card that's about coming out of the darkness and seeing the light for the first time in whatever kind of cycle you're in. And there's not a lot of tarot cards that depict the Sun card with two people. Usually it's a young boy or a young girl on a horse, and that horse talks about purity. But in this, there is a couple. And so I feel like what I'm inclined to say is this feels like a love reading. This feels like somebody or a couple is just starting to realize, like, oh, wow, you were there the whole time, weren't you? And I like you. I like you a lot. So I feel like if this is you, congratulations. This feels like a love reading to me. So like I said, I see two people that just finally realized that they've been in each other's lives for a long time, and they're just opening their eyes to the fact that they're one another's soulmates, is what that feels like. And this is what's kind of going well for you guys. This card has been following me around in all of your other readings or in the other pick a card readings. And I've seen this Nine of Cups in a lot of different lenses today. But to right now, I'm seeing this as what's going well for you. Well, what's going well for you in this spread or in this situation, what's going well for you is you've gotten the love of your life. You know, Nine of Cups can talk about being unfulfilled and constantly grasping for straws and things that are outside of herself. But, you know, this card also does talk about getting what we want. And I feel someone here is really getting what they want, especially out of a love situation. Two people are getting what they want. Though there is a little bit of a reminder, kind of like what I've told everybody else with this card, which is this is not a card of emotional fulfillment. So please remember that this does not mean that your life is going to be unicorn and rainbows forever. It just means that you've gotten what you've been trying to manifest, and I see a relationship that's finally manifested. So, and you know, it's interesting because they're both yellow. They've got a lot of yellow on them, and the sun card comes after the moon. This feels like a realization or sudden love after maybe things have not been so great on the love front. Um, or something like that. That's kind of what that feels like either finding love after things haven't been very good on the love front, or just finding love after things have been kind of like bleak and blah. So what a wonderful way to come out of that, right? I feel like a challenge that we may be seeing at this time is with the Eight of Cups, which is, you know, leaving some bit of uncomfortability, or sorry, I apologize. Let me say that again. Leaving something that was at one point emotionally fulfilling and was at one point very comfortable. And now you're leaving it, and now that it feels very uncomfortable. I'm feeling someone here might be leaving a relationship in pursuit of another person. And that's a little uncomfortable. That's a little uncomfortable, isn't it? But you know what I find is really interesting? This is how I know that you're probably making the right choice here, is this is in the moon card. This is in the dark. This person is the dark. We've got the moon here. And what we know is the thing that's going well for you is the sun card. So I really feel like if you are kind of in this place where you're like, I'm not sure if I need to leave a situation or leave a person in pursuit of another person, I feel like that I definitely feel someone choosing to leave the comfortable thing for someone else. This feels like somebody you've been with for a long time, and things were just not evolving, but things were definitely comfortable. I've heard this once referred to as the comfortable pajama man. Like the person that you feel really comfortable being with, you feel really relaxed, and in fact you're so relaxed that you don't really even want to try, and they don't even really want to try. That's what it feels like, and that's why it's going to be a hard thing to leave. But I feel someone here is definitely going to be leaving that. The advice here is to be committed. Oh, you guys, you know, if you're leaving a very kind of comfortable position and something that's been kind of unfulfilling, I feel like you have an opportunity here to really be with the person that you're meant to be with. Even if it's not this initial person right here, I feel like you're realizing that you don't really want to be with somebody where it's just where you're like this basic level of comfortable, but you're not in love and there's no passion. So I feel like you've learned your lesson that you don't want that anymore. So even if it's not this person, you're definitely about to end up with that person. And that's what I see with the Hierophant. And basically all you need to be doing is riding that ride and living in your truth, which is, the truth is, you want a certain level of passion, you want a certain level of compatibility, and you want things to be moving forward. You don't want to just be the forever Netflix and sitting on the couch every single weekend kind of thing. That's what I'm feeling there. Now, there's a couple of different ways to go about this. I see someone here getting really sexual, getting really in their empowerment and creativity. And that's kind of what you're writing on right now. And you're probably feeling pretty inspired by this sun card. There's there's sunflowers, right? So I feel someone getting very sexual. I feel somebody feeling really emboldened in their empowerment and feeling really good in their body, which is just going to help you manifest more love and more situations to feel that way. I also see that there's another way to kind of go about this, and I've got to kind of cover this up. And I see that there's another path, which is to take things nice and slow with the star card. You know, this card has always reminded me of January, because it's because it's the card of Aquarius, which is like the humanitarian card. You know, okay, I'm sorry. I just kind of have to, I see this situation kind of coming back with the Star card. Here's what I see with the Star card. I feel that there is a scenario where somebody gets really in their body, they get really empowered and really bite into their sexuality, and they walk away from this individual. So that's one scenario. I feel another scenario where this relationship actually is getting healed, and what's going on is you're starting to see them for the first time in what feels like forever, or someone else has kind of caught your eye and you're like, whoa, I haven't felt feelings like that in a really long time. I love the person I'm with. We are in this a very comfortable place that's not working for me anymore. What I'm going to do is I'm going to really choose what it is that I want, and it's you that I want, right? It's you that I want, and it's a certain level of commitment that I want. So, you know what we're going to do is we're going to start to heal our connection, and we're going to heal it nice and slowly. And I'm feeling like if you do that, come January, you're going to have the kind of relationship that you want, because ultimately we have the Ace of Rods being the outcome, which symbolizes a brand new creative journey, but one that's filled with passion. And when we're talking about romance, this is a very sexually charged new beginning. So I see somebody here. I see a couple of different scenarios. I see someone kind of needing to get empowered and leaving a relationship that you just know isn't going to go anywhere. And then I see another scenario here where someone is realizing what they want, because maybe their feelings have kind of been stirred up and they are realizing that they can get what they want. And they're going to have to do that by slowly kind of healing the relationship that they have. I've pulled 2 oracle cards for you guys. I've got past life healing and you are lovable. So if you are I want to say if you are the Queen of Rods, this is the Queen of Wands really, but in this deck it's called the Rods. Love who you are as you're created perfectly. Everything about your true self is beautiful. You know what I'm feeling? If you're this person, you know you're this person because you struggle with self-esteem and self-acceptance and self-love. And that's why you're kind of in this relationship where you're not really sure if you even love the partner you're with. Now what I'm feeling in that situation is, what I'm feeling in this situation is that you need to remember that you are lovable, you're beautiful, you're attractive, you're funny, you're smart, and you're worth it. And this is a good time for you to remember that you're worthy of having a relationship of a lifetime. You're worthy of having a love of a lifetime, and of all the things that you do expect and desire out of love. Now, out of the other scenario, it's really interesting because I pulled 2 cards. This reads past life healing. It's a forget-me-not. This situation has been triggered by one of your past lives. Heal the past and you bring healing into the present. So like I said, I just feel that there's 2 scenarios here, but one of the scenarios here is that somebody just really needs to heal the situation that you're in with your partner, because all relationships kind of go like this, right? All relationships kind of go up and down and up and down. And what I'm feeling is that your relationship has kind of been in the doldrums a little too long, and it's time to make it heal. But to really kind of re-aliven and reenact your relationship, but you're going to only do that by kind of slow and steadily kind of creeping back up the roller coaster, if you will. That's kind of what I'm seeing. and that's going to be very healing. And there's a lot of different ways to do that. You may need to come see me for a personal reading if that kind of fits your narrative. But otherwise, you guys, I just see really beautiful things in love right now. I really see two really beautiful stories. Let me know in the comments if this is you.